of games decided in the wee hours of today. Orlando Magic defeated Cleveland Cavaliers 121 to 83 points, while New York Knicks lost 114 to 125 points against Philadelphia 76ers. It was 105 to 112 point loss for Lakers against Denver Nuggets. Well, tonight by 10:30, Indiana Pacers will be up against the Milwaukee Bucks. That game by 10:30. But remember, tomorrow in the playoffs, the Dallas Mavericks will take on LA Clippers. Phoenix Suns against Minnesota Timberwolves. Orlando Magic will be up against Cleveland Cavaliers. As Oklahoma City Thunders back to New Orleans Pelicans, and Miami Heat taking on Boston Celtics. Moving on from basketball this morning, it is more of looking at updates coming from the world of tennis for Rafael Nadal. He couldn't learn much from his comfortable straight set win over American teenager Darwin Blanc in the first round of the Madrid Open. Remember, he said 2 days ago that he won't be talking about his fitness. It's just for him to enjoy that game. Nadal cruised to a 6-1, 6-love victory over mistake-prone 16-year-old Blanc on Thursday. Now, looking at games going down today at different centers, most especially for tennis at the Madrid Open, the ATP category, Andrew Rublev against Facundo Bagnis, Fabian Maddison against Francisco Carindolo, Lorenzo Musetti taking on Thiago Seyboth-Wild. All these games to go down 10 o'clock. And we'll be having Danny Atmaya against Arthur Fuse by 11:30. Scanning through some of the fixtures, by 5 o'clock today, Olga Rune against Mariano Navone, and Bona Koric against Alexander Zverev by 7 o'clock. Going straight to the WTA at the Madrid Open, Anastasia Pavlyuchenkova will take on Daria Savio by 10 o'clock. And for other top games scheduled for today, we'll be seeing Daria Kasatkina against Kristina Bochar, having Jacqueline Christian against Barbara Krejcikova by 1 o'clock. And, Sarah Blijek against Anna Kalinskaya by 1 o'clock. But looking at, Corey Goff will be teaming up with Taylor Townsend in the doubles against Anna Borja and Teresa Mihalikova. Last game of the day, we see Danielle Collins against Olga Danilovic by 8:30. Now, looking at updates, talking about tournament, the second retractable roof at Roland Garros will be inaugurated on the opening day of the French Open next month, according to organizers. Also giving updates about projects planned with the Paris Olympics in mind. A ceremony for the roof over the 10,000 seats. We'll talk more about sports in Lagos and look at his favorite team in the Premier League. This and more do not go anywhere.
Ẹ káàárọ̀ nílùú Ìbàdàn. Solutions 93.9 FM.
News, sports, entertainment. Top 100 music on your Remedy Radio dial. Solutions 93.9.
Do not touch that dial.
Welcome back to Kickoff Sports Show live on Solutions 93.9 FM here in the city of Ibadan. 9:09 is the time. Alari Waju Miki, thank you for joining us live on Facebook. Remember, we're live on Facebook, live on YouTube. Jump on those channels at Solutions 93.9 FM. Click likes, share, subscribe buttons, and post your comment. Most especially for Manchester City fans, or for Arsenal fans. Are you praying for something? I don't know what you're praying for. Okay, well, talking about the Nigeria Premier Football League, Rivers United defeated Katsina United 2-0 yesterday. And, according to updates we're getting from the league organizers, there will be a month break after this weekend's game, if I'm correct. However, we've got different reaction coming from that side. But a game is going down tonight, 4 o'clock. That is Remo Stars taking on Niger Tornadoes. Match day 32 games are going down 27th of April. Doma United will be up against Kwara United. Heartland FC will travel to play Bendel Insurance. Gombe United will be up against the Lobby Stars on Sunday. Aqua United against Kano Pillars. Bayelsa United taking on Rivers United. Enugu Rangers hosting Plateau United. Katsina United traveling to play Enyimba International. Shooting Stars, Sunshine Stars as the Southwest Derby for this weekend at the Lagos Salami Stadium. And Sporting Lagos will be in Lagos against Abia Warriors. Ayobami Animashaun is here. Good morning to you once again.
Yeah, good morning, Chief. Good morning to our listeners. Yeah, I'm so delighted to be on the show with you once again. I'm a bit rusty. Just pardon me, please.
No, you can't be rusty because I know we've done a lot of interviews. Yeah, but now let's start with the Nigeria Premier Football League. The decision by the league management company, the league organizer. I mean, they call it LMC, but I think it's IMC now. But looking at the decision to take, saying that because of Rivers United, the league will be going on a month break after the game for this weekend. Does it really speak well? And you being the management staff of Sporting Lagos,
I'd rather approach this as just a fan. I think the decision itself is actually meaningful. I mean, the cost is quite acceptable, essentially maybe to afford Rivers United enough time for them to also play the outstanding games. I think they've got about 4 or 5 games in hand now, which is quite decent. Seeing that we are going to run into the end of the season, you have teams that obviously will be vying for, playing on the continent, but perhaps through the CAF Champions League or CAF Confederation Cup. You have teams also trying to actually avoid relegation. So having Rivers United with a game in hand means there are about 4 or 5 teams also with games in hand. So definitely we wouldn't want any form of unscrupulous activity and all of that leading into the running of the season. That's essentially why I think the cost itself is meaningful. But then the timing itself is quite appalling. We've seen this happening repeatedly, and I thought we'll be having a different approach whereby when a team is going on the continent, the moment you realize the team is qualifying for the group stage and the date for the fixtures are being released, this is how it's done in Sena Climb Ball. I mean, I'm just surprised that we find it so difficult to do here. For instance, you knew Rivers were going to be playing 6 games in the group stage. The dates of those fixtures had already been announced. If there would be a clash with any local match, I mean, perhaps in the FA Cup or the league match, the best I would expect the organizers to do would be to quickly reschedule those fixtures. Perhaps for the midweek before that weekend, or the midweek after that weekend, or just another midweek that is pretty much, safe for all the teams involved. But unfortunately, that never happened. And we are waiting for now when, teams are obviously, in form and trying to see how they can ride on that form to the end of the season. And, some teams are also just looking for ways to just avoid extending the season further, because you made mention of me being a management staff. That's another way to look at it, because now that's another month extension to the season, which means some teams will have to take on the burden of an extra month salary, to the players. So I think it is just really appalling in terms of the timing of it. And I thought the fact that this had happened over and over for God knows when, a decade more than, and we have still not learned from it. It's reason why I'm actually not. I mean, the decision is not sitting well with me. And if there is ever a doubt as to why, the old Propel thing is not even for me a proper broadcast channel, this is just it. Because you're gonna have a proper broadcast channel covering the league, and you come in to tell them with a month or 2 months
giving another extended time.
It makes no sense. Say for instance, ABC is broadcasting the league regularly, and ABC already have XYZ movie or another event, another content scheduled for July 2024. You can't come and tell them that because the league will be extending till July 2024, they should go and cancel that XYZ show they want to stream on their own platform. So that is exactly why this whole thing, in terms of the timing of it, the schedule of it doesn't really sit well with me. But at the end of the day, some teams will benefit off it, especially some teams that already have their own players or squad ravaged by injury. We also benefit at the point as well during the course of the mid-season.
To recuperate.
Exactly. We had a lot of injured players, but this will obviously offer them enough time to also recuperate and probably have them available to the end of the season. Some teams that are battling terrible form now will probably use this as well to try and work on their own team. And personally, for Sporting Lagos, we have a new gaffer in charge now. He needs enough time to also have a better understanding of the squad, and work with them, try to instill his own philosophy. So I think a month break would obviously be a welcome development on our part as well.
Okay, so in the course of the show, we'll surely talk about what Sporting Lagos, what they'll be doing to avoid the drop. I mean, looking at 31 matches played so far, 38 points picked, and closer to where Bayelsa United, just 2-point difference between Sporting Lagos and Sunshine Stars, Bayelsa United. Depending on the result of Sunshine Stars, although against Shooting Stars, I know you once liked Sunshine Stars, but we'll talk about that after this timeout. Do not go anywhere. It's the Kickoff Sports Show, live on Solutions 939 FM.
The drama, the suspense, the emotions, the gang moments. Don't miss out on Nollywood movies and web series on YouTube. With the YouTube Buffet plan from MTN, you can enjoy over 10 hours of Nollywood content made for you. Sharply dial *312*800# to activate the YouTube Buffet plan from MTN and start enjoying YouTube made for you.
Breathe. Feel the rhythm. Only the fittest will survive. It's time to get your groove on and sweat it, Ibadan. Sweat It Fitness in collaboration with the Department of Kinesiology, Sports Science and Health Education. Lead City Ibadan presents Sweat It Ibadan 7.0, tagged Fit It Survive. Energizing workout session, guaranteed to get your muscles working. Grab your gym gear on Wednesday, May 1, 2024, and head to Lead City University Stadium, Tollgate, Ibadan for the free Sweat It Ibadan workout session. Starting 7 a.m. For inquiries, call 0803-762-3718 or 0802-293-3497.
Partners, Lead City University, Oxygen Gym, sponsored by John Vance Food, supported by Best Western Hospital, Fun Milk, The Yoga Affair with Neil, and Genius Muse Visuals.
Sweat It Ibadan 7.0. I like it.
Every day when my children return from school, I don't recognize them. Hello, do I know you?
It's us, mommy.
But these dirty, sweaty uniforms and socks were clean in the morning. Everything don't transform. I understand though. School is hectic. It takes energy to come home this transformed. So I make sure they have some nutritious Milo at breakfast.
Your kids need nourishing energy. Give them the new and improved Milo at breakfast. It has nutrients that support energy release to help them get the most out of their day. Milo, energy to go further.
Milo!
Ibadan brings up for a life-changing encounter as the Fila Charismatic International presents Wato, Words and Tongues Only. Theme, Eya Asha Eya, I am that I am. Ministry with Holy Ghost and Power, Soji Adeleke, Oluwaloni Bisi, Pastor Silas Omoloyi, Dave Ugo, Obed Basi, and the host, John Olumayowa. Wato will be happening live on the 26th of April 2024 by 10 p.m. at Tafo Arena, Ijokodo, Ibadan. For more information, please call 0706-891-1859, 0706-891-1859. Word, worship, wonders under one roof with one God. Wato, an encounter with I am that I am.
News, sports, entertainment, top 100 music on your Remedy Radio dial. Solutions 93.9.
Do not touch that dial.
All right, welcome back to the Kickoff Sports Show, live on Solutions 939 FM. We're back from that time out. Now, Ayobami Anumasha Young, AY Venga, back then, he's here. And we are talking about the Nigeria Premier Football League. So, talking about Sporting Lagos, your team, looking at the form so far, winning 1 out of the last 5 matches, losing 3, drawing 1. And a game a lot of people expected to see something different was that of against Katsina United. But now you're facing Abia Warriors in Lagos. Where do you think the table will turn in favor of Sporting Lagos? Because a win for your side will give you 41 points, jumping to either 11th position.
Yeah, to be honest, coming into this season, we forget the fact that we made a lot of noise, won the preseason tournament, which is the Nigeria.
No, you didn't make a lot of noise. So before people start hitting me that you people made noise, so you didn't needed.
Yeah, exactly. When I said, I meant, we literally went to the media and said, okay, we are coming for the league and all that. But to be honest, deep within us, we knew that, for a private team in the NPFL for the first time, it's always going to be difficult. You have some household names, some bigger teams with bigger pedigree, even not getting close to the league title as we speak right now.
No, you want to if you want to mention.
I won't trust those because I'm still coming to it later at the end of the season.
The
point I'm making is that we knew internally that of course we just needed to stabilize, learn a lot in terms of operational side, in terms of football side, in terms of administrative side. For this season, but ultimately ensure that we avoid relegation. And to an extent, we've been able to do that. And if you check the table, we are currently placed 14th. And I'll say for a fact, the reason why we are 14th is two sides. Firstly, we've got a near impeccable home record. We haven't lost at home this season. Lagos is similarly turning out to be a fortress. Kudos to our fans and even the players alike. But the away form has been quite terrible. We can't just replicate that on the away ground, which is exactly why you are making reference to Katsina United earlier. We had high hopes to some away games this season, but at the end of the day, still came back with nothing. But our home form has been the reason why we are some distance away from relegation zone at the moment. So, Austin Abia Warriors, I don't expect anything to be different. The fact that we went away and lost, now we're coming back home, is pretty much a reason for us to quickly want to recoup whatever we should have gained away at Katsina United. And, a bit of just another side way to look at it is that we have Bifo in charge now. He's a former Abia Warriors head coach.
So you understand.
Hopefully he'll be able to help us nick one against his former employers. And we can actually get back on track.
That means that Sporting Lagos may be taking the position of Abia Warriors.
Fair enough. That's actually our target. Because a win for us obviously will take us to 41 points with better goal difference than Abia Warriors. So definitely that's the ultimate target, at least for this weekend. Then after that, we aim higher.
Well, but there's a message here. Simon Joy saying, good morning. Very nice to see Ayobami Animash. I'm back with you. Wishing Sporting Lagos all the best. Good win for Manchester City yesterday. Better luck for the rest of our games. Up Manchester City. So he's a Manchester City fan. Now let's go straight to the Premier League this morning. Most especially with that result that came the way of Manchester City bashing Brighton. And for Pep Guardiola, after the game, came out to say, hey, we don't want to sleep up. Was an expected result against Brighton.
It is. We know that we don't win or we draw, we will not be chance to fight until the end. So, of course, the pressure is there. Otherwise, we cannot perform in that one. So, 5 games left and on to next, only I can say. I would love to say yes, but I don't know. What we have done in the past, that doesn't mean it's going to happen in the future. To make it, to do it again, the things you have to make it happen. So I would love to say, like you won the last 3 Premier Leagues, you are going to win 0-4 here, we're going to win the next game, but no, it doesn't happen. But we know we're playing for, it's just 5 games. It's a lot. The tougher ones, like Nottingham for how they are playing for, and Fulham and Spurs, I would not say it's easy away games to go, but the schedule was tight. Now we have a less recovery than you had Madrid and Chelsea. Now we have less, and after you have 2 long weeks to prepare the next 2.
Pep Guardiola speaking yesterday after the game against Brighton and Hove Albion, cut the gap, that lead of Arsenal to 1 point, and the next game for Manchester City is against Nottingham Forest. Looking at this, it's like Manchester City returning to where they belong very soon, and Arsenal can just go back to that board of bottling company.
Bottling company, no. I think they've given themselves a very, very good push. I mean, their form this season, I mean, this year rather, this calendar year, Arsenal particularly, has just been quite amazing. They were just busy, taking teams to the cleaners. Just a few days ago, they recorded their biggest win against Chelsea, 5-0.
5-0.
Yeah, so I think you have to actually give Arsenal the kudos. Similarly, you have to give Liverpool the kudos. It's just unfortunate that you're actually up against the force of nature. You're up against the unimaginable, which is Manchester City. This is a near perfect team, especially when it comes to this time of the season. So how can you win, I think, all but one of your games this year? I think Arsenal played up to about 11 games this calendar year, or 12. Stand corrected on that. And they've lost just won all the others, and yet you are still not guaranteed of the league title. That is because you're up against a Manchester City that is remarkable, that would easily go to Brighton on a cold Thursday night, and record a 4-0 victory, knowing that they don't just need a win, but also they need to also record a lot of goals in a bid to also close the gap on goal difference against Arsenal. So this is a team that is obviously standing like their own Gandalf against Arsenal and Liverpool. So for me, Arsenal, of course, they know what they have to do. They've got 2 big games against Tottenham and United coming up. But then, seeing that they're up against Man City is pretty much why it's a bit daunting.
Playing against Tottenham, it looks like, most especially this weekend, it looks like a time Arsenal will drop points, and Manchester City playing against Nottingham Forest, a team that is trying to avoid relegation. Yeah. Maybe a time to see Manchester City back on top.
So the thing is on paper, quite easy to predict City for the title. Forget the fact that Arsenal are leading at the moment. But then I would always like to also throw a few tricks in there. City have got a very, very dicey trip.
City's not Liverpool.
I know. Listen, I understand. But the fact that they don't have the title yet means there's still a chance. And that chance is pretty much going to be enlarged by their performance against Tottenham Hotspur when they travel to that new Tottenham stadium. That is pretty much where I feel the title will be decided. Arsenal are going there this weekend. Should they get a win, then City are also still going there a couple of days from now. If City can get a win against Tottenham at the new Tottenham Hotspur stadium, then they are commander of the title. Why are you laughing? Because listen, okay, so here's why. Tottenham are having a terrible season.
Okay.
But then they just know how to get their results against City, especially at home. Even when they had Harry Kane this season, they've been lackluster. But regardless, it is a top fixture at that. And I think of all the remaining fixtures for City, that on paper pretty much is the most difficult. And I think if at all anything would actually happen, if City would blink at all this season, it would be a win in that particular game against Nottingham Forest. I expect them to field. To actually have a field day, probably record as much goals as possible as well.
Cap De Bruyne, Foden.
Exactly. Foden is having a remarkable season. I can see that on and on. But at the end of the day, I think Tottenham Hotspur would pretty much be the title crowning team for this season. Either they crown Arsenal or they crown City. Maybe Liverpool still with their own tiny bit of chance as well. Why are you
I like that mindset. You speak like Favour Olorotola sometimes. Okay, but this is 9:28. We just have to wrap up the show. Moving to the other side where we look at headlines on the pages of Nigerian newspapers. Thank you very much, Ayobami Animasha, for joining me on the show since 2019, right? Yeah. This will be the first time we're coming together again. Yeah. Okay, so let's do like we always do it back there. Like we always say, keep sports and
There's a reason for all of this. What the my shima. Energy day me I could deliver. Already one of my competition. Who be competition? Oh.
Say me I go fight the fight, cause me I get down for body. I get to live for you, my baby. Cancel all the girls you date, cause when I enter you go see. Have you met a girl like me? Say you know they look my eye. Only give you peace of mind. I'll give you peace of my mind. No they worry, boy, it's alright. I do wanna be on my lane. Nobody coming our way, my darling. You know I get you for my door.
I'll give you the world, baby. You feed me your magic, touch it, touch. There's a reason for all of these. What is up, be my love day now. My money plenty, I dey luga. You driving me crazy like a Uber. Come and chop all my galuba. Me a day for you, my if I like make up my malawa, no go wine and Bunny if you touch my shima. Energy day me I could deliver. Already one of my competition. Who be competition? Oh.
Radio is all about information, education, and entertainment.
Maybe that's before now. Solutions 93.9 FM has raised the standard of radio broadcast to preferring solutions in all human angle. 939 FM, the remedy.
Let's be dynamic with your morning update and make it better with Kickoff Sports Show, where we will be serving you all the latest from tennis, basketball, Formula One, football, exclusive interviews, and lots more.
Hamilton going for the move on Alonso at the 130. These two great side by side.
Martinelli! Oh yes! Gabriel Martinelli is back with a bang!
Headlines from Nigerian newspapers, behind the papers from the stand, analysis on burning trending issues across Nigeria and beyond.
The problem is not politics or tribalism, but corruption.
The governors will say, give us our own slot. The chairman of local government will say, give us our own slot. Who does those slots go to?
You offend, they arrest you, they detain you, and they release you. That's all.
Hello, my name is Oladapo Okunubi.
My name is Victory Onyedikachi.
My name is Adedamola Lafenwa.
And my name is Favor Oloruntola.
Join us weekdays 9 a.m. on your Remedy Radio dial, Solutions 939 FM.
Here, we make it different from the norm.
All right, It's a beautiful Friday morning right here on the Remedy Dial Solutions 93.9. 35 minutes gone past the hour of 9. And it's about time we look through the front pages of our Nigerian newspapers, get a perspective on the trending stories with analysis and feedback from you as well. As you know, Fridays are usually open mic, so you get to react to stories that made the headlines across the week. My name is Victory Onyedikachi. Good morning to you.
Yeah, good morning, Victory. And well, I've got with me the Punch and the Vanguard, Punch and the Nation newspapers here